So we've got a vehicle here that's been out on hire and it's come back with all this concrete stuff on it. So we've got the job of seeing if we can remove it. Interesting job. Seems to have got plenty on it. Quite a nice vehicle. Oh, that is flat. I mean, when I thought it was flat, that's well flat. Just thinking of a way of pumping that up. We've got the air tools here, so maybe I can get to do that, bring it there and we'll put some air in it straight away. Right, so here we have a buggy kind of vehicle. That's all I could call it really. We've done a few tests on it. Look, we've put some stuff on the wheel and that stuff comes off. There's some more stubborn stuff. Oh, that's not. This stuff is like more like the concrete stuff. So some of it's got the softer stuff on it, like cementy kind of stuff, and other parts has got more like a concrete. So it's a bit of both really. They use that concrete stuff to build bridges, and it's really hard to get off. I think it's got plastics or something in it. But the cement stuff is easy, but relatively easy. But when you clean these things, there's what I call an 80-20 scenario, meaning that you can get 80% of it off in quite a short time, usually in about 20% of the overall time to do the job. But it's the remaining 20% that takes 80% of the overall time. So I suppose it's a bit like if you were pulling wallpaper off the walls, you get all the little bits to get off around the switches, takes forever. And it's similar with this, and if you see that you can get this bigger bits off relatively easy or easier, and then but when you get into more details, then of course it's just, and this particular one is absolutely flipping smothered. So you can clean all this, but this takes a lot of cleaning. We'll take the buggy book out, because we're going to be washing certain parts of it, so we don't want that to get wet. All the tools have just been thrown in there, so it hasn't been very well looked after really. It's been out on hire and well, it's been through its paces, put it that way. So I'm going to do some photographs, and this is what we call our in video. And if you look down there, you see in the battery area, it's just everywhere, whatever this stuff is. It's just absolutely everywhere. And if I lift this up, you'll see that it's gone in there. Oh my God. But yeah, even the suspension. Anyway, we'll get on with it and make it look pretty again. Certainly, we've got that these welded bits have got to be taken off as well.
Okay, so this is just a quick video of the state of the ATV when it came in. Hasn't been touched at all yet. So we'll just do a quick walk around. As you can see, splattered and caked all up the side of it, lifted up the back of it, and all of the suspension and everything like that, that's all covered. Going around to the back, again in the tray at the back, that's all covered. To start with, we didn't think this one had a number plate on it, but it is. It's just tucked right underneath the bottom. Again, you can see on it the suspension and everything like that, all caked. Again, going around to this side, same again, absolutely covered in it. So we'll be making sure that it comes up a lot better than it currently looks like. And if we go inside real quick, you can see again, all underneath where the seat is, all absolutely covered. So we'll be making sure that that is all nice and tidy. Okay, so this is just a video of the second ATV that we've got in for the clean. Just going to do a quick walk around on it so you can see the state of it at the moment. Again, it's all covered up the sides of it. Again, lifted the rear, all underneath with the suspension and everything is all absolutely covered. It's actually missing the number plate on it at all, so this has no number plate attached. Again, as we go around, all of it is covered in it. And again, I'll just show you the inside of this one so you can see when we go in there. You can see just how covered in all the concrete and everything it is. So again, we'll be getting this all sorted and getting it in much better condition for you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just keep putting it on and make sure it goes in every little detail. In seeing here, like places, because this stuff is everywhere. And this is concrete. This stuff takes a bit of getting off, but you have to keep doing it. It's yeah.
Plastic is damaged by the concrete.
Yeah, well, we'll make it look nice when that's... Yeah, it won't be perfect, but when we get it all nice and bright, it may not be quite so bad. Yeah. Never believe that, would you? They probably haven't seen that. Have you got the other one up as well? Can you get that other one up? That's got to come up as well. Right, okay, so just giving you an update. So, tricky really. These two vehicles, one was easier to wash than the other one, but the other one was harder than the first one. So I thought we're on balance, it's okay, but they're taking a lot of spraying. They seem to have a lot of debris underneath them. So I'll tell you what I've done. I've been laying down underneath and just spraying the chassis bit. And so it's not perfect, but I'm assuming our remit is that you want to give somebody a drive, you know, for them to get in it and it all looks nice and clean to sit in and use. But obviously we've got most of the debris off from underneath, but it's been a bit of a challenge because some of it's been the hardest stuff. These are all, this one's sprayed up, as you can see. It's not had the sheen or anything yet. The inside's clean, and all the battery's been cleaned and everything all in there. So it's not had the sheen stuff yet. So I'm reasonably happy with where this one's going. I just wanted to give you a report. Now the number plate was on this one. We thought they were both missing, but it turned out it was tucked up a bit. And the number plate on this one obviously wasn't, as you know, so it might have come off on transport. So the reason for the video, one, to give you an update. I anticipate later this week that these will be ready. Possibly I might be able to get them. Well, we'll see. We'll let you know. But in the meantime, this one hasn't had the spray work, so you've got all these bits. So you can see in there the mechanics of it. You've got some of this stuff. Some of that's, you know, where we've just missed from an angle, but other stuff is pretty welded on. So, you know, you can see here, I'll show you that. Obviously you want it to look nice, so that if I spray that a little bit like that, you can see that I can make it look pretty and put some cardboard in, and then we put cardboard behind these bits that we don't want the paint to go on. So that's what we talked about on the phone. Then these bits here will spray, and, you know, basically the remit is to make it so that it's acceptable for somebody to want to use it and get in it and it looks nice and like you'd expect if you were hiring it. A lot of that solid stuff's come out the back. This one we had to bolster it out, some of it, and I can tidy that up as well. So, all right, so just to give you a rundown, the sticky stuff on this one is a bugger to do for some reason. Sometimes they are, but, you know, the other sticky stuff on this one came off quite easy. So, all right, we're still working to the budget, and I'll let you know if I thought there was more needed. But we've had a bit of swings and roundabouts, but these aren't. We thought initially the one that you sent looked the worst, like it did, but at the same time, I think they've been challenging for different reasons. You know, one of them was these two. I can't forget which one, but it took a lot more washing and cleaning with the stuff for getting the concrete off than the other one. So, you know, at the moment it was swings and roundabouts, and the fact that we've got two to work on has made it that little bit more efficient, shall we say. So we got them both in here being done. All right, so I just thought I'd update you, tell you where we are, what we're doing, and if you need to change anything, please don't hesitate to call. Hi, it's Gary from New Again, just giving you a little progress report on this little car. Right, so you can see there it's dramatically different to how it was. It's not quite perfect round these areas under here, but we've had to clean it very delicately. But the seatbelts are clean enough. Steering wheel's all clean, and I'd say 90% of the problem, the stuff is off, but we still need some more work. But I wondered whether you could give me a call, and then we'll have another discussion about where we are and what you want. I thought I'd give you a bit of a... These welded bits we haven't taken off yet. It will make a lot of welded mess if we ground them off, which I know that metal comes off. The stickers have mostly come off. There's a bit of glue there, but I've put some stuff on it for that to... But it is a bit of a bugger to get off. But anyway, and there's the harder concrete stuff, as I thought, may not come off. But, you know, I can do some repainting under here, but it depends on how far you want to go. So I need to probably have another chat and then see what the next plan is. This could do with just respraying that bit, but it's a bit rusty, but obviously that's why that's come off, because it's probably rusting a bit. But I managed to get that off there, or we did, so the thread can be used and they can be adjusted should they need to. But this sort of stuff here, it does rub off. It just means a few man hours doing that. But anyway, we've broke the back of it. That's the main thing, and I think we can honestly say we can do it. It's just that we're coming to the top of the budget at the moment on time. We had to wash it several times, and each time you wash and clean it, it gets better. But the seats come up nice and clean as well, so you know, I can put some stuff on it to make all this look shiny, but I don't want to do that yet because, one, we may have to wash it again and do a bit more, and obviously two, we might have to do a bit respraying and respray a little bit, scotch it up and respray behind the wheels and things like that. But again, if I put some tyre sheen on it, it'll make it all look a lot newer, and we can put something on this to make this look nice and black. But I don't want to do that, as I said, until we decide whether or not these things need respraying, and you know how far you want to go, because these could be resprayed and this anti-rust stuff could go on there. That's where one of the welds has gone, and we can put an anti-rust paint on it, that sort of thing. So yeah, we're pretty comfortable. I'm hoping you're going to like what you're looking at. We put the bonnet on and we can shine up shine that up a bit. It's a bit scratched, but I think we can make that look smart enough for someone to take it, you know, and for someone to like it. We need a few more stickers. These ones look all right, but on this side we could probably put a new Enterprise one on the back, and this one needs the little diggly bits here, possibly a couple of those new stickers. That would make a difference. Right, so I'm doing a lap round this one now. On the face of it, they look all right, which they do look all right. I mean, there's not a lot wrong with them, to be honest, but we have done a lot more to get them this far, and we think they're all right. But there's some things that are annoying, really. This back window's a little bit opaque looking. I'll see if I can put a buffing machine on, but unless you take it apart, you can't get to this proper piece of glass properly. So they're not quite as good as the other one. The other one didn't have this piece of glass. So if you go around these frames, you're probably fully aware that there are certain bits you can't get to unless you take this handle apart. We've got the dirt out of the runners, so the windows all work, the same as the other one. But if you look along here, they're a little bit less forgiving because you've got this round this border here. So it's a bigger job to strip them, and the more detail you get involved in them, the more work there is. You know, it seems to be that. So inside they're all clean and tidy. The glass looks nice, and you know, pretty much like the other ones really. Probably need a bit of mechanics to do on it. I don't know. That rubber bit was missing on the other one. I managed to put it back in, but it's not on this one. But anyway, it's been sprayed in varying areas, and I can show you the wheels look all right, and suspension's not perfect. But if you look in here, you see the hoses are not too bad, but you know, and these have been sprayed again. They look all right. So they're okay. I just got them to a standard. We've done them for the same price. They were, believe me, they were harder to do than the first one, even though the first one didn't look so bad. Look worse, I mean. Okay, so there's cleaning there and everything else. So that's that one. So I think, hoping that this is good enough. Maybe, you know, if the next one was worse, it might be better. Right, okay, so look at this one. It's very similar. This marquee stuff on the seat, the sunlight's on it at the moment, so it's a little bit more obvious, but it's clean and tidy inside. I'm thinking that it needs a bit of air in the tyres. Maybe there's a couple of punctures. And then if you look around here, So I'm thinking if they're good enough for you, they're good enough for us. But I will do another video of, as I say, for the system. One of these doesn't open. This one, it only opens from the inside. So we managed to clean it all, but I've tried that one several times. Look under here, engine bay looks all right, wheels look all right. Could do with a valve cap on it. One of them's got a broken number plate which needs replacing. The other one hasn't got a number plate which we think might have come off en route. But if you look underneath, they look all right from the back. You know, this bit's been, they've come up a bit better. The glue's come off of these ones a little bit easier. So it's been swings and roundabouts really. But yeah, if you're happy with those, we're happy. So we'll have them ready for tomorrow morning. Well, they're ready now. They'll be able to drive them out, and hopefully somebody will be happy when they get in them. They all smell all right and they look clean enough. They just took a lot more scrubbing to get them to that stage. That was all really. A bit more finishing. Right, so that's it. Looking a bit different to what it did before. Well, yeah, the more perfect you make it, the more it shows, doesn't it? But, you know, I think most people want to get in that now and go and have some fun in it. It's been sprayed in varying places now. Black paint underneath in the chassis areas and everything. It's relatively clean around it generally now. This is all clean in here. The thing's back. And yeah, it looks rather nice. I mean, you know, it's not perfect. There's more we can do with this. But, you know, there's a limit to what you want to spend on it, obviously. And, you know, we've done quite a lot on it to try and fit that limit, really. An awful lot. So, yeah, hopefully you'll be pleased with it, and the new people that hire it out will be pleased with it. Just noticed I've missed a bit there. I'm going to do that in a minute. Amazing.